Hello everyone, Chicken here. Today I'll be reviewing the new patch that just came in earlier today. It is like 1 a.m. here, and it came in, I believe, about like 3-4 hours ago. So I took a nap, woke up, and I will be showing you guys. I clicked on it, but I have not read anything, so this will be a first impression for me too. I did see a little bit on the Waraxe changes though. So new hero CC, not really gonna look at that. Okay, well, I guess this is where it is now. Alright. Interesting. Revamped fighters need their own sets. So the base physical attributes got reduced. Dealing damage grant 12 extra attack, 2% per second for 4 seconds up to 6 stacks. So you get 12% spell vamp and 72 extra attack. Dealing extra damage equals 10% of damage at base full stacks. So you do an extra 10% damage, true damage. That seems pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I did see Zane play alpha on it, and it looked pretty alright. And the spell vamp looks actually like it'd be really nice on certain heroes like Yuzong, Exborg, and Lapu. But depending on how fast it is, how long it takes to get those stacks. Regarding the effects of brute force breastplate. So they were basically gave the Waraxe move speed to brute force, and they also added control, basically a tough boots passive to where you get CC'd for less. So definitely a really good item for tanky bruisers now, because it reduces CC time and you get bonus move speed. Roaring boots gain extra gold and XP from assists. So it went from 25% to 45%. It's like actually a pretty sizable buff. So roams, getting like a good roam can, you know, get fed a lot more. That might make damage roams quite a bit better. Just because you're getting your items faster. Scavenger crabs. Crabs much lower HP. Little crabs will last more the first 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I saw it. So basically the gold crabs, they won't be evolving anymore, and instead they'll have a little bit less health and also give a little bit less gold. Optimize cantrip blinking to a target location through walls. Choose bigger wall, doesn't necessarily only goes on closer to your destination. Okay, this is just indicative for heroes that try, like whenever you dash over a wall, as long as your dash exceeds half the distance of that wall, like more than half, it'll force you over. But if it's under half, you won't go into the wall. So basically, like some dashes will be able to go over a wall now that you would not be able to go over before. That's what that is. Target selection logic. I don't care about that. Bug fixes. Wow, this is actually a very short patch, huh? Training camp other. Okay, system adjustments. Wow, this is a lot smaller of a patch than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. It seems like a very... Oh, wait, that's Battlefield. I'm stupid. Now, hero adjustments. Balmond, Cyclone, no animated by crowd control. So he's immune to CC. So basically, when he's spinning, even if he's knocked up, his spin will keep going. Now you get move speed when you cast it, which is actually really nice. And the damage got nerfed in the early game. Wait, wow. Why did the damage get nerfed so hard? Oh, probably because of new Waraxe. Honestly, new Waraxe and brute force probably really good on Balmond, so they nerfed it in according to that. It's like, wow, this looks like such a hard nerf, but it's probably because of new Waraxe and brute force make him super OP or something. The ult cannot be interrupted now. That's actually really nice. And then a buff. Oh yeah, her second skill's like AoE now. I'm not sure how good that is though. Vexana, who cares about those heroes? Veil, wow, wait, what? Basically, they just removed his passive, right? I'm pretty sure that's all this is about. Like, they removed the ability to evolve, and they just combine the skills. So I'm not really gonna go over that too much. Barats! Each time a skill hits a target, hitting multiple targets still only grants 1 stack. So basically, now it's if you were to first skill a whole wave, that would give you 6 stacks. Now it'll just give you 2 stacks. It's only whenever it hits a target. So the first part, because the second skill hits twice, so it'll only give you 2 stacks instead of a full wave of 3 minions, which gives 6 stacks. And then reduce the stacks to 10. The number of stacks for enhanced attack 10. And they gave bonus stats. So let me do the math really quick. 3 times 25, it would have 75 early game armor magic resist, and late game 150. Now you have 40 to 100. So obviously the max stacks should be much better with the older brats, but this is much easier to get. Similar to how they changed Claude a while back from 10 stacks to 5 stacks. So I wonder how much that'll help. That'll probably actually make him like a decent XP now, because it used to take him so much longer to get stacks before, but with this, you can probably maintain and get stacks a lot faster. Maybe jungle too, but I don't know. Skill no longer slows. That kind of sucks. It was actually really good, but the damage goes off much faster. The ult charges up the skill. Oh yeah, the ult is like an aiming skill now. It's not like automatically hit. You have to charge it now, so that's interesting. Now we use frequently ultimate burst skill 2. Max mana growth. I don't understand what this is. Alice changes. Each level increase movement speed by 3. So she has more movement speed now with her passive. First skill cooldown got increased a lot. I actually think that's a good change. I think her first skill cooldown was way too short. It would be so like hard to kill an Alice who was fed and tanky. So oh yeah, and now but now with her ult, so Alice might actually be really, really good now because her ult is going to reduce the cooldowns of her first and second skill. So if you have like a blue buff common emblem and like Clock of Destiny, you could just spam your first and second skill and probably do a lot of damage. Okay, Lunox got to change. This is interesting. Ancient of 2 orbs and Chaos to 1 of each. So now you only need 1 orb instead of 2. Interesting. Now she can benefit from cooldown reduction. I don't know if I like that. Oh wait. So so if Lunox buys cooldown reduction, does she still even get bonus pen, or is now just like, does she get both, or is it only one thing? I don't know. I don't know about this change. I mean, I guess that, oh wait, her skill 2 no longer costs mana when you do that. That's actually really nice. That's a nice buff. So now when you dark form, you dash, it no longer costs mana. Just spam that skill because you run out of mana a lot of times when you do that. So that's a nice change. That also makes it like where you're not as pressured to go clock, because even though they nerfed the clock truncheon combo on Lunox, you kind of would want to go it still because you run out of mana so easily. So now like with this sort of buff to the ult where you don't need mana, it makes it a lot easier to just go for like truncheon Genius Wand or truncheon pen. So that actually might make Lunox pretty viable. Selena, her marching potty minions now, so it helps her like wave clear a lot better, and she gets refreshed cooldowns when she hits her unmarked enemy. Just interesting. Wait, no, that was already a thing before. Hitting marked enemy for cooldown for skill 2. Oh, that's for the skill 1. So if you hit skill 1, your skill 2 gets refreshed. Interesting. Okay, and now Diroth ult cannot be interrupted. I like that a lot because I think it's really dumb his ult could be cancelled. They just made basically Diroth ult and Dominant ult like the same buff where CC can't interrupt it no matter what now, which is nice. Lancelot be a real assassin with some damage tanker and heavy armor. Dude, are you serious? Are they finally like nerfing tanks a lot? Extra physical attack bonus 130% at all levels, 155%. The base damage. Wait, the base damage got increased. Oh, but it falls off in the late game. Wait. This even really a nerf? This just seems like it nerfs tanks a lot late game. This doesn't even see like tanks a lot's still gonna be a thing. I thought these nerfs are gonna be harder. All this does is make it where late game, if he's like a full bruise, if he's a full tank build, he will not one-shot you. But typically nowadays, Lancelots are going Waraxe, Endless Battle, like Rose Gold Meteor, Hunter Strike, but still, it's still like a bruisery build. But I feel like this is like maybe a buff for that kind of build. I don't know if this is even a nerf. And then the Kimmy, oh wait, they didn't commit to the Kimmy change, where it was going to get crit on the first skill. They just made it where it costs less. Huh. They didn't, wow, like, they didn't do, there were supposed to be a lot of changes on Kimmy, and they did not go through with many of them at all. It's just a slight buff. Yeah, no cooldown reduced. That doesn't matter. Joy is spamming her ult too often, so we want players to be more cautious using Joy's ultimates. Wow, dude. That's such a huge nerf to Joy. The whole point of using Joy with the new buff now is that her ult was so easy to use, but now they basically just reverted that buff to where she was before. This is gonna make Joy so bad now, by the way. Like, Joy was really good before because of the fact that when they revamped her, they nerfed her cooldown. Well, not nerf's not the right word, but they reduced it by a lot. That's what made her meta, even though she wasn't CC and doing her dashes anymore. So now that they removed that, it's probably gonna make her a lot less popular. Bruno getting a skill 1 nerf. Nice. It's not huge, but it's definitely something. Definitely something that's needed. Guinevere. Previous adjustments, Guinevere is unstoppable to taking defense, damage, and control. She's been hit more with first skill 1 to increase use of her skill 2 in the early to mid game. So skill 2, cooldown, nerf, good. And skill 1, damage, nerf. So this is good. She definitely deserved a nerf, for sure. I think she'll still be good, but good nerf. Teresa's getting nerfed again. Holy shit. Wow. Teresa's just been like getting slapped around with the nerfs ever since they made that revamp on him. Or not yeah. That massive buff a while back. So the ult slow effect is going down tremendously. That's like literally half in the early game and almost half in the late game too. And the cooldown is extremely long. Dude, I don't know how good Trizzo will be after those nerfs. Those are some heavy nerfs. So Masha got some buffs. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't know why they nerfed her base 1. Like, what? Remove debuffs when only 1 HP bar is left. Like, what? I'm sorry? She's still bad. Moskov passes. Skill 1 2 0.5 to 0.8 seconds. Oh, that's nice. So it's actually a buff to Moskov. I don't know why it's an adjustment. But nice. And alright, that's it. An interesting patch. Honestly, still not as big as I would hoped. I thought it would be bigger changes, but a patch nonetheless. I like seeing the nerfs they did to Joy, Bruno, Guinevere. Maybe not so much the Joy, but it was kind of good OP. And then the buffs to Waraxe and Brute Force will certainly make it very interesting for a lot of tanks and bruisers. Anywho, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you all later when I stream. Bye bye.